Yo, what's the dilly? Supernatural genius on deck, Misphit, repping AC, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Um, it's like 4 or 5 in the morning right now. I just came back from Summer Madness 2. Return of the Legends, Smack event out in Webster Hall. It's crazy. As you can see, I just lost my throat. My throat is all fucked up from me screaming, doing all the screaming and yo, oh, and all that shit. Shout out to Smack, putting on one of the greatest events ever in battle rap history. Had some celebrities in the house: Diddy, Cassidy, Lloyd Banks, Busta Rhymes, Q-Tip. Everybody was there. But this is my recap for the battle. Let's get into it. The first battle on the card that night was John the Don versus Hitman Holla. That was a good battle. That battle kind of reminded me of Sean and K-Sean and Two Surf last year, because it was one of them grudge matches. It was a really good battle. I gave it to John. John was just hungry, killed it. But shout out to Hitman. Hitman did something in the second round where he remixed a punchline that he had said because the crowd asked him to do it. When he remixed it, the crowd erupted. Hitman Holla did real good, but I just gave it to John because he was hungry. You could tell that nigga wanted that one. He wanted that one bad as hell. Moving right along. Next battle on the card that night was Rex versus next battle on the card that night was DNA versus Enes. DNA versus Enes was a good battle. It was entertaining, but I gave it to DNA. You know what I mean? DNA 3-0. 3-0 Enes. When it was time for DNA to go, DNA went the fuck off. He got him, you know what I'm saying? In front of Puff, you know what I'm saying? Which made it worse. I ain't never seen no shit like that. That shit was a body bag, dog. That was a body bag. And the shit that he was saying, see, the problem I think with Ness was rapping. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just can't rap, man. You gotta really go win. He was just rapping. He wasn't saying no punchlines, no creative thinking, none of that. He was just rapping. And that DNA, if you know him, he's spitting out the punchlines. He killed him. DNA won that one. Next battle on the card that night was Verb versus Rex. That battle was good, and it started off good because they were like, it was bam, it was back and forth. The crowd was erupting on Verb's first round. First round, Verb went the fuck in. Rex went the fuck in. Rex had a great performance until Diddy sat up here and offered 10,000 to the person who wins the entire battle that he thought wins the entire battle. Diddy put up 10 stacks for the battle in the middle, and that kind of made the battle way more intense. Rex killed it. He wasn't even under pressure. He went the fuck off. And I think Rex won that. Rex won that shit. And Verb was in there fighting because they was booing him. They was cheering for him. They was booing him. They was cheering for him. They really wasn't trying to give Verb a chance after that. You know what I'm saying? But Verb was fighting. Shout out to Verb. You know what I mean? Doing his thing. St. Louis. Word up. That was good. Next battle on the card that night, and this is my motherfucking nigga. Fuck with this nigga, man. Because I honestly could think nobody could fuck with this nigga. Charlie Clips versus Serious Jones. That was a good battle. I think that battle right there. But that battle, I gave it the Clips. Clips first round, stupid. First round was boom, shot him. You know what I mean? Shot Clips. You know what I mean? Shot Serious Jones first round. But Jones came back in that first round with a rebuttal that was off the hook. You know what I'm saying? Shit was ridiculous. You know what I mean? But then Clips flipped it back on him with another rebuttal in the second round. Y'all gonna see when the footage drop his second rebuttal. Stupid. He said some shit. I ain't gonna say what he said. I remember what he said, but I ain't gonna say it. He got crazy with him. You know what I mean? I was in the crowd like, kill that nigga Clips. Get that. I was going to fuck on. I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I get at the Clips. Clips third round was kind of whack, but Serious Jones second round was kind of so it's kind of debatable. But if you say Jones win, I wouldn't be mad at you. But I gave it the Clips. Next battle, moving right on to the next battle. Next battle on the card that night was Loaded Lux versus Calico. That was a good ass battle. That was a good battle too. That was a good back and forth battle. Crazy. I'm gonna tell you, Lux choked the first round. Lux choked the first round. He choked first round. But his second round kind of made up for the first round. Because when he started spitting his fucking punchlines, similes, it's like he wrote his rap in codes or some shit. Because he went off. Calico went first. Calico killed the first round. Killed it. But just the shit that Lux was saying, man, and how he was saying it. You know what I mean? The nigga's crazy. He shot out. He showed up in a suit with a fucking... You'll see when the footage drop. I'm not gonna give away. Like, the nigga came in and he did some real crazy shit. Y'all gonna see how it wasn't like too stupid or nothing like that, but the shit was funny. It was funny as fuck. And I was just like, wow, this nigga's taking this shit entirely too far. But, you know, shout out to Lux. He passed me his mixtape when I was in there. It was a good battle, but I gave that to Lux. Y'all gonna see why. Y'all gonna see why I gave it to Lux, and the shit that he was saying was off the hook. Moving right along to the next battle. Next battle on the card that night was Iron Solomon versus Murder Mook. I'll say this. Alright, Mook won. Mook won it. Mook obviously won that battle. Mook 4-1'd him. You know what I'm saying? Mook 4-1'd him. I'm gonna give it to him. Mook 4-1'd him. But I honestly think a lot of people wasn't giving Iron a chance. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't really giving him much of a chance because Iron was saying some hot shit. You know, Iron was saying some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? He was saying some real sick ass shit. Just nobody was trying to give it a chance, or nobody was trying to give it an air. You know what I'm saying? See, what I think when Iron was rapping, he did another E-Nuts. He was rapping, he was trying to go in. But Mook's performance, like what he was saying, how he was saying, a lot of people came to see Mook in the first place. That's why they came there, you know what I mean, to see Mook and see Mook come back. But I gave that to Mook. Mook got that, you know what I'm saying? And yo, Iron, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we all can't win them all, you know what I'm saying? We all can't win them all. But I think that might change when the footage drop. I honestly believe that. I think that might change when that footage drop, because a lot of people wasn't really giving him the air. And when you watch it, you have no choice but to give it an air. You know what I mean? So you gotta kind of be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But that was a good ass battle. I stayed for over 5 rounds. Shout out to Diddy. Oh yeah, Cassidy flipped the coin. Cass, he flipped the coin in that battle. Cassidy flipped the coin in that battle. So it was definitely good. The whole event was just off the hook, from the rain car girls and everything else. You know, shout out to Clips, and shout out to everybody that did. I met Poison Pen was there. I had Poison Pen up. That was nuts. But that's my recap. You know what I mean? It also maybe the reason why I went to the event in the first place is to determine whether or not should I get in a battle and consider battling or being a battle rapper. And I think I'm gonna go for it now. I think I'm gonna go for it. You know what I mean? But I'm not battling nobody here. I'm gonna go out of town and battle some people and King of the Dot and all that stuff. I think I might give it a shot. What y'all think? I don't know. Signing off, Supernatural Genius, KVE, Atlantic City alumni. Y'all know what it is. But Jersey, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. Peace.